Just wait.
Oh,
They'll get back to you.
Cessna 8546 uniform, wind variable at 4, runway 24, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 24, 8546 uniform.
There you go. Sometimes one guy's dealing with a couple channels, so they'll get back to you.
Okay.
All right, so now look out, make sure final's clear.
Final is clear, except for a couple birds.
Yep.
A lot to remember.
Yeah.
Kind of like, a lot of this is just doing it over and over again until it just clicks in your brain. At least for me, that's kind of how I learn.
Foxtrot Formation Romeo, wind variable at 5, altimeter 3020.
All right, ready to go?
Yep.
All right,
All set.
Let's roll.
Engines are in the green.
All right.
Airspeed is coming alive.
Yep.
Waiting for 60.
Yep.
Waiting for 60.
Yep. Still waiting for 60.
All right, let's slowly lift off.
Okay.
I'll have to see what's going on with the airspeed indicator.
Yeah, we're
It could have water in it.
yeah.
We will see. We'll let that system clear out a little bit.
Okay.
Let's pitch for 70.
Yeah, well, I need a lot of trim for that right now.
All right. Sometimes after a big rain, there could be water in there that needs to clear out. We'll give it a few minutes.
Okay.
So had the airspeed not come alive, what would you do?
I'd say if we're still on the ground, I'd abort the takeoff.
I would agree.
Get that looked at.
Yep,
Exactly. Don't want to commit to flying when you have a known problem.
Exactly. If you're already in the air like this, go ahead and fly it out. I think I know what the issue is. It's after the rain, that style pitot tube tends to collect quite a bit of water in it.
Yeah.
And now there's a drain hole in the back of the pitot tube in which the water well is burned. I'm just trying to get away from it.
Oh, thank you.
It's all good. There is water that will clear out of the system in a little bit.
Okay.
All right, so we can go ahead and start a slow turn out towards that wind farm over there.
Okay.
And it's already looking like it's behaving much more normal.
Yeah.
I'll keep an eye on it.
Okay.
Did you do good sumps of the fuel system today?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I noticed on the fuel bill caps there's a little bit of water around them, and the sump seemed to look fine. I didn't see any water sitting on the bottom. So.
Okay. Good.
Number 4441 Lima, Fox Tower, straight out departure approved. Wind variable at 5, runway 24, cleared for takeoff. Runway 24, cleared for takeoff, departure approved.
We can tell it's chilly out. We're getting pretty good climb rate. Oh, sorry.
8546 uniform. I'm sorry, you saying 3546 uniform?
Number 46 uniform, frequency change approved.
Frequency change approved, 8546 uniform. When they're talking on the radio, you got to listen first for your call sign, and then, yep, we're going for it.
I almost can't hear the...
Well, let's turn them up.
Okay.
When you hear them talking, we got to listen to see if it's for us, okay?
Yeah, I didn't even hear that.
Okay. It's one of those things as a pilot you learn to, when they start talking, we just pause for a moment to make sure it's not us, and then we can continue on with the conversation.
Okay.
All right, let's climb at VY up to, let's do 5,500.
Okay.
How's the temperature for you?
That's fine right now.
Okay. Good deal. Later on, if you happen to get cold, and I'm fine, if you ever happen to feel cold, the heat's the left knob.
Okay.
And then you can shift that over. All right, go ahead and turn left and just kind of follow this road that you see out there. We'll follow that up the way. Yeah, it's a really pretty day out. It's just fun seeing all the snow and
yeah, just a little bumpy. Probably bumpier than it was this morning.
Yep. Welcome back to the sky.
Welcome back.
Number 41 Lima, free, stay through, 285 following, contact Joshua.
I'm going to turn him down quite a bit.
Okay. And look at those mountains, especially to the right.
Oh, I know. It's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah.
As you know, probably those are the Tehachapis.
Oh, yeah.
And then if we were to go over east, the mountains out there, I believe in a lot more snow.
Oh, yeah.
Really nice. It adds a fun texture. It adds a fun look to everything. Alright, so one thing I want you to get in the habit of doing is scanning the 4 things over here, right? You're always checking oil pressure, oil temperature, vacuum pump,
Yeah.
and then, I know it's hard to see, but ammeter.
Yeah.
And checking those systems to make sure everything's in parameters. If something's going astray, more often than not, this will show it to us before we actually can recognize the problem otherwise.
Oh, yeah.
So it's important to just get in the habit of when I'm flying by myself, or even with you right now, every 5 minutes, I'm just green, is this in parameters? And is this in parameters?
Yeah.
Checking it out constantly. Because if something's wrong, we will often get an indication here.
Yeah.
There we go.
Just to verify 5,500?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
Perfect. Sounds good. We're going to go up to 5.5 and then just warm up with some turns, and then we'll get ready to go into slow flight.
All right.
Got pretty lucky with the weather with you over the last
We've been,
weeks. Yeah,
we've had some, it's either good weather or weather that works out for what we're trying to learn here.
Before trim, there's one thing you always do first.
Oh, before trim?
Yep.
Power?
Yep.
Okay.
Otherwise, you're going to trim twice.
You're going to be fighting it.
Yeah. Now you make sure you're level, and then you trim.
Okay.
Very important to get that sort of process down because you want to be efficient, right?
Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice. Let you get her trimmed down. It'll just take a second to get stable, and whatever it feels trim to you, What we're going to do is we're going to do clearing turns to look for traffic, right? So, you know, usually like 20-degree banks or whatever, 15-degree banks, and I just want you to turn 90 degrees to the right, followed by 90 degrees to the left, or vice versa.
Okay.
We'll say clear right before we turn.
Clear right.
And what we're doing is we're scanning for traffic. It's a way for you to kind of warm up and get your turns in, kind of warm things up a little bit. You know, we're looking for other airplanes that might be out here.
Yep.
Now clearing turns could either be like a 91 direction then 90 back, or it could be 180 degrees the other way. But the idea is to put ourselves in a position where we can scan all the airspace around us.
All right, clear left.
Looking for planes, we're looking for hot air balloons, looking for blimps, looking for flying lawn chairs with balloons in them.
Drones.
Yep. And in general, let's keep our power between 24 and 25 unless we want to descend. There we go.
Okay.
Alright.
With our clearing turns, I didn't see anything of concern.
Looking good. Okay, so we're going to get set up. I'm going to turn him down for a little bit. Let's just turn that off.
Okay.
Alright, let's go ahead and let's set up for slow flight. And I want you to maintain 5,500 feet.
Okay.
Alright. So, we'll walk those steps. Always first comes what?
Carb heat.
Yep.
Carb heat out. Alright.
And usually power about 22,000, 2,200 or so. And then you start slowly pulling back, and if you're in the white arc, then you start deploying flaps.
Okay.
A little bit at a time.
Right arc, so first 10. Okay. Keep slowing it down.
And really, you're going to get all 30 in relatively quickly. It's just a few second pause between each one. Just a 30.
Okay. Got 30, so.
And now I want you to target between 50 and 52.
Okay.
And if you hear the stall warn that we're going too slow,
Okay.
and then use the power to make sure that you maintain 5,500, you don't descend below it. As a big hint, look at your vertical speed indicator.
Yeah. We are LA traffic in the air.
What's that?
We are LA traffic in the air. Slow.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, so target right on 50.
Okay.
And 5,500 feet. Find that magic power setting and magic trim setting to kind of put you in that neighborhood. And we'll just fly this here for a minute or so.
Okay.
Let's be real precise with our altitude. Pitch controls airspeed and power controls altitude, right? See how we're in the slow descent? Look at your vertical speed indicator and look at your altimeter. There you go. So we're just thinking pitch for airspeed, power for altitude. That's the magic of this maneuver. And staying coordinated. I think we're just a teeny bit slow. There you go.
Yeah, I can see what you mean by how numb the pitch control is, especially.
Yeah, really it's the roll of the aileron, it's the bank.
Oh yeah.
Just lightly move back and forth and see how little it moves. Go ahead and bank left and right. See how unresponsive that is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Very numb.
Yep. Now watch out in slow flight. Look at your VSI, and it's just in the tiniest of descents. And this is what I call death by 1,000 cuts. If you're not careful, you'll just continually get low, right? So really watch that power setting very carefully and work it really, really good. There you go, very nice. The standards, you have to stay within plus or minus 100 feet on the check ride, and so you want to just stay right in that center point like you're doing. That's really good. Yeah. Okay, so what we're going to do is, in a second here, we're going to do a 90-degree turn to the right. Okay. Now remember, anytime you turn in slow flight, never exceed 10 degrees of bank, which is the first notch on that attitude indicator. And we stay very coordinated. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and maintain 5,500, airspeed of 50, and we'll turn to the right, 90 degrees, head towards those hills over there. A little bit of right rudder should be going in while you do that, not a lot.
Yeah.
Anytime we bank, we lead it with rudder, just a little bit. Good. I'm just going to lean us out a little bit. Okay. You're fine. Looking at our altimeter while we're doing it to be very careful.
Let's keep going or stop at 90?
Stop at 90.
Okay.
Focus on 5,500 feet, 50 knots. Looking for Thunderbird Precision through here.
All right.
Keep flying right at that snowy peak right in front of us there. Okay, now I want you to do a 90-degree turn to the right again.
90-degree turn to the right. All right.
Try to turn really smooth and not. There you go. Very nice. That's really good. Okay, so now we're going to do something challenging.
Okay.
And that is, we are going to climb to 6,000 in slow flight. So you need to maintain 50 knots.
Okay.
While climbing up to 6,000 feet.
Okay. So, car beat out, power to full, and...
I like how you did that nice and smooth. And we're thinking about right rudder.
A lot of right rudder?
Well, whatever's needed to stay coordinated. And she'll be a tough one to climb at 50, but she'll get up there. Great exercise in dividing our attention between outside and inside the aircraft.
Oh yeah.
Division of attention is critical. We do that a lot while we're in the pattern, right?
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah. You just keep on flying this. I'm just going to adjust this for you.
Okay.
And your goal is to see if you can smoothly level at 6,000. I would suggest in slow flight, wait until you actually get there before you pull the carpet out first.
Yeah.
And then reduce the power.
Gotcha.
Doing a really nice job.
Plane's like, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can.
Yeah. I'm gonna lean you out a little bit.
Okay.
And it helps to kind of have an idea about what that power setting is. And
Yeah.
usually about, you know, looking like 22, 2250-ish with the car beat out-ish.
Yep.
Will be it. It'll give us just a little tiny bit of heat, not a lot. Is that okay?
Yep.
Just a little bit. See how we got a little bit like 50 feet high?
Yep.
Just anticipating that. Very good job. All right, while you do this, I want you to go ahead and do a 90-degree right turn again.
90-degree right. All right.
Now look out there, isn't that beautiful, Dan?
Oh, wow. Very nice, very nice.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous day. Excellent, good job. Now I'm going to give you a new trick.
Okay.
Hear me out before we do it.
All right.
This time, I want you to start a descent to 5,500, maintaining 55 knots, or excuse me, 50 knots, just like you are.
Okay.
And once you start that descent, I want you to simultaneously do a 90-degree turn to the left.
Okay. All right.
And then see if you can be level right at 5.5.
Okay.
And shooting for 50 knots, just a little bit past, or about 54. I like how you're making small corrections. That's really, really important. Really good job. So we're going to use this same precision while we're in the pattern, right? For our pattern altitudes, be really, really precise with our level off procedures. Now remember, descents are tougher because you have to lead them with power, right?
Yeah.
So just keep that in mind as we get down there. And keep in mind she's going to be slow to react at this really, really slow speed. nice job. You do really good at slow flight. I like it. Very good job. Okay, now I'm going to ask you to recover and climb at VY up to 6,000, but we'll do a full recovery.
Okay. All right.
Flaps go immediately from 30 to 20, only to 20. Just like a go around, there you go.
Okay.
Now you're looking for what?
Positive rate.
Okay.
We have a little bit.
All
So
right.
down to 10.
Perfect.
And find VY. We're at VY. 0 flaps.
And continue to climb at VY.
Yeah.
Very nice, very nice. So the only thing on that one that could be a little bit better is it's kind of get from, like the go-around procedure, we go full power, RP'd in, flaps to 20.
At the same time.
Pretty much, yeah, simultaneously.
Okay.
There you go. Good work. You did a great job on slow flight today. Really proud of you.
Thank you.
Did really, really, really well. We're going to go up to 6,000.
Okay. What a nice day to be up.
Oh, it's just great.
Real nice.
Yeah, look to the right, and then you can level out at 6, and then we'll just enjoy the scenery for a moment.
Yeah.
Sure is nice, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Said we have 11 per side on the fuel?
Yeah, that's what we started with.
Okay, excellent. Now before the power reduction, nose over.
All right. Well, I'll
Full
redo the
cruise, right?
process. Just so I get it.
Yep. Now power reduction. Do about 25 here, where you need it up this high.
Oh, okay.
And then you can jigger trim. The higher you go, a little more power you need, right?
Yeah.
So really, like, split hairs, like 2,475 RPMs-ish.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give us just a little bit of heat, not much.
Okay.
We'll get our nose level, get our speed above 80. And man, look out to the right at 2 o'clock.
Wow.
Isn't that nice?
That is.
Have you heard of Big Bear Ski Area?
What's that?
Have you ever heard of Big Bear Ski Area?
Yeah.
Not this tall part over here. It's actually the next tall segment way over there, kind of in the haze.
Oh,
And
okay,
actually,
yeah.
the ski slopes, I know what I'm looking for, and then
Oh, yeah.
got some over here. Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful today.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely gorgeous. All right, so what we're gonna do is, let's get you trimmed out. 6,000 feet is our magic altitude. Let's have you get us right on that.
Okay.
And then I wanna do a set of steep turns after we're on 6,000. We're trimmed out, everything's looking good.
Okay.
Make sure we're not in a descent.
Yeah, we are in a descent right now.
Yep, we'll pull that nose up a little bit. That's why, there you go. All right. It'll take a few minutes to get trimmed, you feel good, and then we'll pick a heading. You can pick whatever you want, use whatever you want.
Okay.
I want you to show me steep turns today. Show me what you remember.
Okay. So for trimming the aircraft, are there any like tricks or rules of thumb? Or is it just something you gotta just do?
Well, what I do is I like to make sure my nose is level on the horizon, right?
Okay.
Make sure my power's set. This is pretty good right there.
Okay.
And then trim for whatever pressure you feel, right? So if you let go and the nose goes down, then you need to trim a little nose up. I think you need just a hair nose up trim. Just a little bit. I mean, barely any.
Okay.
And then wait and see how that feels, right? Lean us out a little more here. If that's not enough, bring our power to 2,500. Let's see, I think 2,500 is about where you need to be to hold altitude up here. There you go. It's just a feel.
Yeah.
where's Fox Field from here?
Right there.
Perfect. How about Mojave?
About right there beyond the mine.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Excellent.
Okay.
Just getting our situation awareness.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's always good.
Okay. So why don't you just pick, you could turn to something you want to use as a heading, whatever you want to do, or you can use.
Yeah, I got the treatment plan. I'll use that.
All right, that sounds good.
Okay.
So we start steep turns to the left.
Okay.
And I just want you to see what you remember, and then we'll coach you afterwards, see how we did.
Okay.
But wait, first let's get our altitude back to 6,000.
Alright.
Or start at 5,900, just know you're there.
Okay. Alright, we'll do steep turn to the left.
Testing 1, 2. Test. Test, 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 test. Testing 1, 2. Test, 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 test. Got me?
Yep.
Alright, cool. You might lose me here in a minute. Oh, there we go. Testing 1, 2. Pause. Test 1, 2. Alright, testing 1, 2.
Alright.
Alright. Testing 1, 2. Alright, you got me?
Yep.
Alright. I was cutting out there, but now I am good.
Okay.
Alright, so not bad, but we kind of only stayed at about mostly a 30-degree angle of bank.
So, more
right?
bank.
Yep, we want 45-degree angle, right?
Okay.
Yep, so let's try it again to the left. Now let's do 45-degree angle of bank.
Okay.
Alrighty. Remember to increase the power once you get past 30 degrees of bank. And you need left rudder, sir. You never put any rudder in. There you go. Don't go past 45. There you go. Now see how low your nose is? This is why we're in a descent.
Yeah.
You need that nose higher. Remember, you have to increase the angle of attack. The more you increase your bank angle. So this is good for 45 degrees.
Okay. Yeah, I noticed we turned a lot quicker because of that angle of bank.
Yeah, so a couple of things before we do that again. You must lead every turn with rudder, right?
Yeah.
All right, so you can't forget that. Fundamentally, anytime we bank, our feet should be moving too, right?
Yeah.
Feet should be moving. And also too, right when you reach that 30-degree angle of bank, you have to do two things. Add a little bit of power, and you have to increase the angle of attack.
Yeah.
Not our descent. So let's try that one more time. Let's wait until we get on 6,000 and we'll get our speed back up to 85 before we start the maneuver. Alright, let's get our speed up. It's coming up. Alright, let's do one more set to the left.
Okay.
Good job with your rudder. Careful, we're getting slow because you're too nose high, so push that nose over a little bit. There's a fine balance in there, right?
Oh yeah.
There you go. That's looking pretty good. Just got to keep that bank angle in. And let's start our rollout a little sooner for that.
Okay.
So better, right?
Okay.
Better. But we want to be careful about pulling too nose high because then we get too slow, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of that fine balance. That's why this is such a tough maneuver to learn, right?
Oh yeah.
So we'll start with 5,900, unless you want to go up to 6. Let's get up to 6.
Okay.
Use a nice even number. Let's get us on up there. And then we'll do one to the right. We'll practice that.
Okay.
Now while you're climbing up to 6 and getting things trimmed out at 6, the one to the right, remember it's going to require more right rudder because you're fighting the left turning tendencies.
Oh yeah.
All right, and then Remember, it's going to feel different because you're on the higher end of the axis as you're turning, right?
Oh yeah.
So keep your body straight and erect and look outside for a 45-degree angle of bank.
Okay.
Most students tend to not bank enough, and then they also tend to not use enough right rudders. So just stay focused on that as well. All right, so if you feel good, we'll clear to the right.
Yep.
And we'll try it to the right.
All right, deep turn to the right.
Don't let it overbank. And pull up a little bit right there. Looking good. That's too high. Bring that nose down a little bit. That nose down a little bit. Just a little bit. Right there. That rollout was just a little too soon, right?
Okay.
But otherwise, everything looked really good with that one. Look at your altitude, right on the money.
Awesome.
I think everything went well. Just be cautious about getting that nose too high in the horizon, right?
Yeah.
And start your rollout. Here's how you can judge when to roll it out. It's half the bank angle is when you should roll out of a turn.
Okay.
So bank angle is what?
45, so 22.
Yeah,
and a half.
22 and a half. And we can judge that a little bit, you know, and
Yeah.
stuff. But or you can use your heading indicator as well to help with
Yeah.
that. All right, not bad. That right set was pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Okay, so let's do this. I want you to go ahead and, let's see, what I want to do. Actually, I want to keep going straight.
Okay.
I want to go straight for a little bit. Go over there. Just keep flying towards what we call Paiute Ponds, which is that little rugged pond area over there, which is actually treatment water and then ultimately feeds out into what will soon become the Rosamond Lake bed over there.
Oh yeah.
Very nice. Looking good. Tell you what, you want to try one more set to the right?
Okay.
Yeah, let's do one more set to the right.
Okay.
And then we're going to continue out to the east for just a little bit.
Okay. All right. Steep turn to the right.
Good correction. Yeah, there was your wake.
Felt that.
Much better steep turn, Dan.
Yeah.
You notice how it started dropping in the first 25% of the turn?
Yeah.
But then you corrected it,
Yeah.
which is really good. And don't be over anxious to try to like raise the nose so high that we climb back up. Just, you know, take your licks if it was got a little low, but then hold it level on the horizon, right?
Yeah.
And that you did really, really well. Very proud of you there.
Yeah. What's tricky around here is the terrain around us. It makes it hard to know where the horizon actually is.
Yeah, it is. It does.
Like if we were like doing this in like Oklahoma, like my buddy from the mine moved to, then it'd
Let's
be
bring your
easier.
power up to resetting
yeah,
while we
got it.
talk. Okay. Uh-huh.
Yeah, if we were in like Oklahoma, it'd probably be a little bit easier because the horizon's essentially flat.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Exactly. Absolutely. But we have some cues out here. We have a little bit of horizon out there, and then
Yeah.
get a good feel for it. All right, looking good. You remember how we used to do ground reference maneuvers right over there? Those are the circles that we use. Remember that?
Yep.
Yep. What highway are we about to cross?
We're about to cross the 14th.
Yes, sir. I'm asking you all these questions because, you know, soon we're going to have you fly at the sectional.
Yeah.
And knowing how to identify features along with your sectional will help you determine where you're at, right?
Oh yeah.
That's why I'm quizzing you on all this stuff.
Yeah.
What city do you think this closest city to the right here might be?
Lancaster.
Yep, very good sense, very good sense.
Yeah, we got Rosamond on the left, and we're right almost right over the sewage plant.
Yeah. And that actual technical name, well, I guess that one, yeah, the sewage plant. And then up here's Paiute Ponds that are about a mile in front of us.
Yeah.
Very good. Why don't you go ahead and point us towards those circles over there?
Okay.
Actually, just hold this heading right here for me. Check something out. Very good. Yeah, it's kind of fun seeing how that fills with water. It's amazing how just a little rain can take a dry lake bed and suddenly make a lake.
Yeah.
I mean,
doesn't take much.
no, if we had a good winter, it would actually be full of water. Mostly, we'd only be a few inches deep, but
full of water.
yeah. Makes you wonder if it rained a lot, then we'd have a full-blown year-round lake.
Oh yeah.
You see Edwards Air Force Base over there?
Yeah, we're looking right down a runway right now, actually.
I know.
I can see that. That's pretty cool.
Pretty awesome.
Beautiful day.
Yeah, this is gorgeous.
A little bit of haze, but beautiful day.
This morning I could see Mount Whitney all the way up there this morning.
Yeah.
Not as much now.
Yeah.
Very good. Let's talk about this a little bit. When we choose an emergency landing area, it's all about energy dissipation. So you want to land into the wind as much as you can.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, don't kill yourself trying to do that, but if you could line up and land into the wind, right, that is a very, very, very good thing.
Yeah.
So is it safe to assume the winds are coming out of the east now?
I think so.
I would suspect so.
Yeah.
I would suspect so. That's pretty important. I'm just looking at one thing real quick. Excellent. So we're looking for winds out of the east. So typically we want to land going towards the east, all right?
Yeah.
So we're just going to wait another moment here. Go ahead and have you turn to the right a little bit. Go ahead and turn to the right, like, I don't know, 30 degrees. Maintaining 6,000 feet. You're doing a great job maintaining altitude today. Been really good. All right. Go ahead and push our mixture full rich, which is in. There you go. Excellent. All right. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and practice those procedures we talked about, right?
Okay.
Okay. But I'll just tell you right now, you can't use the lake bed as your best landing area. It's muddy and it's also in restricted airspace. Okay. Because we're practicing. If we had a real emergency, you know, screw the restricted airspace.
Yeah, I was going to say, if we're at an emergency, that's where I'd go, just as far away from the water as possible.
I would agree, yeah. but we're just simulating today, right?
Yep.
So, remember the ABCs. I'm going to walk you through everything and show you just how much time we have to solve problems, okay?
Okay.
All right, so let's start with, give me 1 second, let me clear something off of my screen here.
Okay.
All right, so here's what I want you to do. I want you to go ahead and pull the carpet out, pull the power all the way back to idle and pitch for best glide speed. Pitch up to it very efficiently. Trim, start trimming. Now hold 65 for me. Remember, small corrections, just like slow flight. Let's pick a best landing area.
Okay. I'd say those two fields that we did the rectangles around before.
Okay, we'll keep heading that way.
So we will go to that, like you were saying.
Excellent. So now we're maintaining 65. We're going there.
Yeah.
Look at how much time we have, right? So now we're going to start the flow.
Okay.
At the bottom. This is to see if we could get our engine restarted.
Okay. So we're on both. That's what we want.
Okay. Just point.
Ridge.
Don't touch. Point.
Okay, point.
Don't grab. There you
full
go.
Ridge.
Okay.
Carpet out, just in case we had an icing problem. Primer's in. Ignition's on both. That's where we want it.
Let's trim for 65. We're doing 70. You see that? That's where you have to keep bringing our attention back to best glide.
Yep.
And making sure you're doing that. Okay, you checked all that, and we just tried to restart the engine. It will not start, but before we do something else, I'm going to clear the engine. Let go. And I'm going to show you. Watch this.
Okay.
Not bad, right?
Nope.
Okay, now we're going to continue on, get back on best glide, trim forward if need be. Now let's start the next one. Tell me what the next process would be. We lost 1,000 feet this whole time.
Yeah.
All right, what's the next step? We're going to do another L again. Just point and tell me.
Okay, if we can't start the engine, we're going to be turning fuel to off, so it'll be pointing to the back.
Okay.
Mixer, idle cutoff.
Okay.
Carb heat's kind of irrelevant at this time. Primer's kind of irrelevant. No engine. Turn that to off. Leave the master on.
Okay. And then by our elbows.
Pop the doors.
Watch your speed. We're a little slow.
Okay.
Pop the doors. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
And then, what will we squawk?
We'd squawk 77 going to heaven. 7,700.
Perfect. And we're not talking to anybody, so what frequency would you put it on?
It'd be 121.5 as guard, right?
Yep, 120.5, but we'd make a Mayday call.
Yep.
Sound like this: Mayday, 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 Skyhawk 738 Kilo Foxtrot. Approximately 7 miles to the north of Palmdale, our engine is out, and we're landing in a dirt field right next to a paved road. Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. And now we'd set up for landing.
Except we'd be...
Hey, 546 uniform. Go ahead and recover.
Okay. Alright.
And let's climb up at VY.
Okay.
Up to 5,500.
Okay. That was a real sloppy
Watch your
recovery.
airspeed. Watch it is, but watch your airspeed.
Yeah.
Aim for 70. All that trim, right?
A lot of trim was needed.
Exactly. So that's
Yeah.
where you got to watch out.
Yeah.
And we're over our field right now, so I would say that that was pretty good. You see how much time we have?
Yeah.
Let's pitch for 70, nice and gentle. And we'll go up to 5,000.
Okay.
Yeah, you actually get quite a bit of time, and I think that's a pretty good landing area that you picked there.
Yeah.
Really big field, giant field actually.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that would have worked out really, really well. So the point I'm getting at here, a couple things. So look at that. That was the first time you ever got introduced to it in the air, right?
Yep.
Imagine after you practice it, right?
Yeah.
And you do all that, there's quite a bit of time, isn't there?
Yeah, there is.
There really is. Now, the only thing we didn't do, and I'm aware of it, I just wanted to get that all in, is we would actually, after we ran our flow, if we still had time and don't need to be setting up for landing, we would want to go ahead and pull out our checklist and verify that we didn't miss a step.
Oh, yeah.
All right? Really important. And by doing that, we do that. Now, when I say time, once you're down about 1,000 feet above the ground, your focus needs to be exclusively on landing.
Oh, yeah.
All right? Nowhere else. So all the checklists stop at that point. We just have to prepare for the landing itself. Okay?
Got it.
All right. Go ahead and do a right turn, 90 degrees. We'll go over this cow farm. Check that out. A lot of people don't realize we have cows here in the Antelope Valley.
Oh.
Yeah. See if we smell that in a little bit. I want you to level off at 5,000.
Okay.
I'm going to listen to something while you do that.
Visual approaching east landing departing runway 24.
Oh, they're still using 2.4.
Interesting.
I'm going to put it on this. Now go ahead and do another right turn, 90 degrees. And we'll get our power back at a power setting for cruise. If they are continuing to use runway 24, we will not practice landings today. Why don't you practice a go-around?
General Fox Tower.
Let's hear it.
Runway 26 is ready at 24 for a northwest departure.
And they're still using runway 24.
TK Fox Tower on course with approved. Runway 24.
Okay. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to pull car feet out, powered idle, and show me best glide efficiently.
Okay.
Start trimming because you know you need it, right? See how well you can get it right on 65. We're not doing anything else but that.
Okay.
Excellent. Go ahead and recover.
Okay.
And climb at VY. You have to fight that trim, don't you?
Yeah.
There, much better job of holding that the right attitude. There you go. That's what I like seeing. Nice work.
Yeah.
See, you can overpower the trim. You just have to expect it and kind of hold against it. Excellent. Very, very good. All right, let's see. I might go ahead and do one set of ground reference maneuvers with you.
Okay.
And then we'll go back. Actually, let me think this through for a moment. 105 Echo Delta coming out. There's some traffic coming out of Edwards that I just want to, stay out of their way a little bit.
Okay.
So let's not do ground reference maneuvers yet. Let's go ahead and practice something else.
Okay.
I want you to pitch up to 65. Now what I want you to do, Dan, I want you to think about this. I want you to go car peed out, power out, and stay pitched for 65. All the way to idle. Now keep it up. Good job letting it down and then adjusting to 65. That's what I wanted to see, is sometimes, remember I showed you best glide may not be pitching up.
Yeah, maybe pitching down.
Maybe pitching down, excellent. Okay, go ahead and recover, good sir. Nice and smooth on the recovery. Good job, great job, Dan. That's what I want to see, is you staying aware of what's your pitch attitude and how you may need to adjust.
Yeah.
If we lose power on takeoff, then, we gotta pitch over, right?
Yeah, we do.
Yep, excellent, excellent. Okay, let's go ahead and do a right 180-degree turn.
Okay.
We're going to let that traffic coming out of Edwards kind of get out of Edwards and do their thing.
Okay.
And then we may drop down for a ground reference maneuver. Then we'll head back, and if they're still using runway 24, we're probably going to practice one go-around and then come around for a landing, okay?
Sounds good to me.
I don't want to do a bunch of landings with a tailwind because it's just not...
Yeah, it's not ideal.
Just not good use of your time, right? So, but go-around practice is.
Yeah.
You don't have to climb anymore, actually. You can just level out here at this altitude. And just keep turning to the right, kind of going this way towards the circles. I'm going to scan for that traffic visually and find them. Let's keep on turning to the right. Just keep on going.
Okay.
Kind of point us right at that snow peak right over there.
All right.
Traffic's about 4 nautical miles directly off our nose, 1600 low. You should be able to scan over here and help me find them. Right over there. 4 miles out is not too far. Keep your turn coming a little bit.
Okay.
They're going to be at about your 11 o'clock.
Okay.
Let's level out here. We're just in a slow climb. We'll just hold our level attitude here. Let's find that traffic. They're now at 10 to 11 o'clock, 3 or 4 miles out. So about the edge of the middle of the green circles, a little further. I want you to get good at scanning. It'll be a white Cessna.
I cannot see.
Keep scanning until we find them. Remember, you have to look in slow, little systematic segments of the sky. A little in front of your wingtip, somewhere out there. 1,000 below.
Sorry, I have no idea. I can't find them.
All right, we'll keep scanning. So they're going to be about, see that last circle? They're going to be just a little bit beyond that. Right in front of your wingtip. 900 low. I want you just to keep scanning. Sometimes traffic, I want you to practice finding them because they can be tough.
Yeah, I still can't see anything.
Okay. All right, go ahead and turn left, about 30, 40 degrees.
Okay.
So we got a lot of traffic through this area. I'll give you some vectors here on where to go
Okay.
to avoid them. They're turning away from us, but we got other traffic out in front of us and traffic over here to our right as well.
Okay.
Okay, the other one's 21 low. We're gonna let them pass us, so go and line up with the road out here.
Okay.
Now we have another airplane, 738 Kilo Foxtrot from our flight school, about to pass right in front of us, just 200 feet low, 2 miles out. Go ahead and turn right for me.
Okay.
Pretty brisk turn. Go ahead and turn to the right.
Oh, I see.
Yep, I have him in sight. Keep an eye on him.
Okay. Okay.
There you go, good job spot. Now level out right here. Keep them in your sight.
Yep.
There's no better way than keeping them in your visual sight for avoidance. So to give you a distance, that's 2 miles away from us.
Okay.
And they're 300 low,
Okay.
meaning 300 beneath us.
Yep.
Perfect. We're just going to watch him for a minute.
Yep.
Perfect.
He kind of stuck out because he was in a bank to the left,
Thanks, help.
and you can see like the whole top of his wing, and it just like boom.
Yep. That's why I look for airplanes banking, because you can really tell.
Yeah, he is past us now.
All right, so we're going to drop down for a ground reference maneuver. What I want you to do is pull car feet out,
Okay.
power 2000, put us in a typical descent. I want us to go down to 3,500 feet.
Okay.
And you can do a little bit of a left turn, kind of point maybe 45 degrees to the left. We're going to go over those circles, and we're going to do turns around a point. We're going to set up with a downwind.
Okay.
All right, so let's talk about ground reference maneuvers. They need to be performed 600 to 1,000 feet above ground level.
Yep.
Ground level out there is 2,550.
Yep.
So we'll use 3,500 feet as our target altitude.
Okay.
But point straight for a moment.
Okay.
They also need to be initiated traveling downwind.
Yep.
Palmdale has a wind out of the east right now, so we'll assume that we have an easterly wind down there. It's not much, but there's something. So we'll make a run in downwind, and then you get to pick the point that you get to do your turns around a point.
Okay.
So do you want to use a circle today, or do you want to use something else?
Actually, you see like pretty much just ahead of our wing, that water tank?
Yeah.
Nice convenient water tank.
It is. So let's set up over here. We're going to come in downwind to it at 3,500.
Okay.
You can see we got another 1,700 feet to lose.
So we just think we should just like straighten out with the roads and make 180?
Yeah, before you do that though, I want you to look over there, and your distance from your object typically needs to be approximately a half mile.
Yeah.
A half mile, do you see kind of on the north side of that water tank, do you see the dirt road along the edge of the cow farm?
Yep.
I'd say that's about a half mile.
Yep.
Big a target traveling in over that.
Yeah.
Now, you're also looking for obstacles like towers and stuff.
Yeah.
Now, I've got the sectional today, so I'm going to look closely, but just because the sectional says there isn't any towers there, you still scan with your eyes, right? Look all around that area, look for hazards.
Make no assumptions.
Make no assumptions.
Yeah.
And also, make sure that you're not around like a ton of power lines, because if your engine does go out, we want to be able to quickly land, right?
Yep.
All right, put our 3019er. There we go.
Okay.
Now I don't see any obstacles on the sectional right there, so that should be good. What I would do is get down roughly to your target altitude and then sort of turn in towards it.
Okay.
could actually go ahead and do a 90-degree left turn to sort of start positioning ourselves. It's all about a judgment call. You have to look back and see if you have enough time to get down there.
Yeah.
And you want to be in level cruise power at that 1,000 feet HEL. Maybe hold this heading right here for a minute. Look back out at our water tank. Yeah. We could probably start turning that way. And you want to line up with that dirt road by the cows so that the water tank's on your left.
Go.
I'll let you do your magic. Just showing you how you set up for it, because when you go over your check ride, the examiner is going to just say, hey Dan, why don't you show me turnarounds a point? That's all he's going to tell you, and it's going to be up to you to sort of figure out the lay of the land, right?
Oh yeah.
Just like we are. So we'll use 3,500, and we'll want to make sure that we don't descend below it. And use your normal cruise power settings of, like, you know, 2450 or so.
Okay.
All that traffic is cleared out of the area, so we're looking pretty good.
Awesome.
Fox Tower, Grumman 119ers here. Take a hold short support Alpha 4 for VFR departure. Grumman 1190, Tango Fox Tower, runway 24.
Repeat in.
Alpha 4 cleared for takeoff.
About 2450 on your power setting. Great job on your altitude, I really like it. All right, you can stay pretty much over that road, and once you beam your target, right, beam your point, then you can commence, and let's see how well you can paint a circle around it.
Okay.
There's like a flock of like 200 ravens down there.
Hey.
Now watch your altitude, don't let it squeak away from you. There you go. Just so you can learn the reference, we're exactly 1,000 feet above the ground right here.
Yeah.
Just so you know what it visually looks like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 10030 is fixed. Should be feeling a little tiny bit of left rudder in there. There you go.
Yeah, I think I turned a little too early in this part.
You know what it is? You're going into the wind now.
Oh yeah.
So remember how shallow it has to be?
Yeah.
Wind, even though it's light, the wind's at a 030, so you're right into the wind. Just make that adjustment. as we come around the top here, we'll think about if we're going into the wind, how we have to shallow it out.
Yep.
Not into the wind quite yet, but almost. All right. Good job. Just we let ourselves get a little high in the process, right?
Yeah.
And I saw you trying to make the adjustments, but a little high and a little slow, so really just a little too much back pressure. Let's go ahead and recover.
Okay.
Let's go full power and let's climb up to, we'll debrief it while you climb up to 4,500 feet.
Okay.
So, yeah, that was pretty good. I liked your distance. I'll show you right here in a second. Pretty good circles right here. If you want to see them on there, you can.
Oh, nice. Not bad.
So the circles were good. I liked your distance. I like how you recognized on that first loop around. Recognized. So at any rate, I thought that was really good how you recognized it. As you go into the wind, you have to shallow that bank angle or else you get too close, right?
Oh, yeah.
I'd say the only thing really you have to focus on there is altitude control a little bit.
Yeah.
So you were trying to make the corrections, but we weren't really quite descending back down onto our target altitude.
Yeah.
So everything was really good. That's just the one area we would need to work on next time, okay?
Need larger, a little bit larger adjustments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But staying right on that altitude. Excellent. All right, let's go back to Fox.
Okay.
Let's get to 4,500. We'll cruise that way.
Okay.
And I'll let you tell me about what do we need to do when going back to land at the airport.
Okay. Are we good to cruise at this heading? So we kind of line up with the extended center line?
Yeah, I think this is perfect.
Airspace wise? Okay.
Yeah, it looks really good. Usually point at those 4 squares, the water treatment plant.
Okay.
Pretty good. So after you get level at 4,500, I'll let you walk me through the steps for coming back to the airport.
Okay.
Okay, so what do we got to do to prepare to go back to Fox? What do we need before we can enter their airspace?
Well, first of all, the ATIS, the current ATIS.
Perfect. Working that out.
Okay, I didn't. I could barely hear that. And I have this, oh.
Observation. Wind variable at 5.
Yeah, turn it up if you can't hear.
10.
Yep.
Sky conditions, sky
Yeah,
clear.
plenty of time.
Temperature 11, dew point -1. Altimeter 3019er. Visual approach, runway 24 in use. Advise on the initial contact information, Sierra.
Awesome.
Fox Tower information, Sierra.
All right, we'll turn that off now.
Zulu observation.
Yeah, whenever you can't hear him, Dan, just adjust it, right?
Okay.
Yeah, no worries. Perfect. All right, let's look at our information. Let's look at our altimeter, make sure it's set correctly.
Okay.
3019er. Excellent.
Okay.
And what information do we have?
We have Sierra.
Perfect. Awesome.
So
All
how
right.
far out are we?
We'll say 5 miles. So
Okay.
what would that radio call be?
Okay. Fox Tower, Skyhawk 8546 uniform. 5 miles to the east, inbound for touch and goes with Sierra.
Excellent. And we'll listen to what he says and read it back. We'll turn towards the runway
Okay.
and give him a shout.
Okay. Fox Tower, Skyhawk 8546 uniform, 5 miles to the east, inbound for touch and goes with Sierra.
Cessna 8546 uniform, Fox Tower, roger. Reported 2 miles. Make straight in and report a 2-mile final, runway 24.
Straight in, report 2-mile final, Skyhawk 8546 uniform. Good?
Yep, we normally say for runway 24.
What's that?
We would say straight in, report a 2-mile final for runway 24.
Make sure we know what runway we're supposed to do.
Exactly. So let's
Okay.
start our descent.
Okay.
Repeat out, power about 1900.
Okay.
We'll slow down to 80 knots. Get that set up and we'll talk about what to do.
Okay.
See the runway? You can tell like if we're high, low.
We're real high.
Yeah, so it's pretty simple.
Yep.
Let's slow down to 80 and let's go flaps 10. Flaps help us descend.
Okay. Flap 10.
And then just don't get faster than 80.
Okay.
And you could also pull your power to 1800 and start working centerline control.
Okay. Yeah,
So-
we're a little left of it right now.
Yeah, and we're 2-mile finals just before the freeway.
Okay.
Let's go flaps 20 at 75. And we'll stay 75 knots airspeed.
Okay.
All right, so check it out. We're gonna make that radio call, and if I like the winds, we'll proceed to land, do a touch and go. If I don't like it, we're gonna practice a go around. Does that sound good?
Sounds good?
You'll get down in plenty of time.
Okay.
So we're gonna, in about 20 seconds, you'll report by saying, Fox Tower, Skyhawk 8546 uniform, 2-mile final, runway 24.
Okay.
And let's go ahead and make that call.
Fox Tower, Skyhawk 8546 uniform, 2-mile final, runway 24.
Skyhawk 8546 uniform, Fox Tower, runway 24, cleared for the option. After the option, make light traffic report mid-field.
Clear for the option, after option, make right traffic, report mid downwind, Skyhawk 8546 uniform.
All right.
Good?
Yeah, let's put
Okay.
our power back to 1500, maintain. Now let's go to 70 knots.
Okay.
Actually 65, really.
Yeah, we're
Kind of on final. Let's go flaps 30.
flaps 30.
All right, let's keep working center line. We're a
Yeah.
little left of it. And you'll be fine if you just actually hold 65.
Okay.
Now, I'm not telling you yet whether we're doing a go-around, not to be mean, but I just want to see what the winds are doing, right?
No, I hear you.
So trim for 65 so it's comfortable,
Okay.
and reduce your power even a little more. Would you agree we're really high?
Really high.
Okay, so keep working center line. We're kind of lined up with the edge of the runway.
Okay.
It's okay, this will be a perfect chance for a go-around.
Okay.
It's all part of the plan, my man.
Yep. Practice.
Hey, wait, all part of the plan, my Dan. All right.
I like it.
Having fun, my friends. So stay
I
on
like
center line, watch our airspeed. Now, I would say we're pretty high. Would you agree?
Yeah, we were pretty high.
Let's wait, and I'll let you know when to do a go-around.
Okay.
And it is a tailwind, so we'll
Yeah.
definitely be doing it in a second. I just want to get closer first. Make it
Okay.
a little tougher. Okay, I want you to go around. positive rate, flaps 10.
Okay.
And now flaps all the way up, and let's get back up to VY. And
Okay.
come a little to the right so you can maintain center line. Fox Tower, Skyhawk 8546 uniform going around. We'll make right traffic.
Cessna 46 uniform, roger.
Well, good job. I thought you did pretty good there.
Thank you.
Now, but we just need to be on VY. Are we on VY?
We're fast.
There you go. So convert that energy. And we never turn out until we at least get past the end of the runway.
Yeah.
The next one, I may help you a little bit and shadow you on the landing because of the tailwind.
Yeah, I got you. No problemo.
All right, we'll go ahead and turn crosswind.
Okay.
And we'll level out at our pattern altitude of 3150. And just like slow flight, I want you to be precise at 80 knots and 3150 to no more than 3200. You're slow, right? So nose down
slow.
first. Nose down to level, then power to 2300 will be approximate there, get you there. Let's turn right for downwind, please. The power to 2300 is the known power setting that will help you.
Okay.
All right, kind of in a nose high attitude, that's why our airspeed's not going 80, so just, let's put that nose level on the horizon, there you go. All right, fantastic. Let's do a before landing checklist with guns.
Okay.
Gas.
Gas on both. Undercarriage down and welded.
Cessna 8546 uniform, one variable at 6, runway 24, clear for the option.
Close the option, runway 24, 8546.
Nice. We're a little low, so just bring your nose up a little, add a little power, and we'll finish that before landing checklist. So we had undercarriage down and welded.
Okay. Mixture.
Yep.
Seatbelt switches. Landing lights on. Seatbelt's good.
Yep, and power and car P as required.
Okay.
That's the P. Plenty
Okay.
of time, plenty of time.
And, okay, skip the step. Alright. Power's good. Switches and seatbelts are good.
Excellent.
Right.
Looking good. Ken.
Before landing checklist complete.
Nice.
Forgot that little detail.
Nah, look, you got it all, and we still have
Alright.
10 seconds to spare. That's good. We're just a little low, right?
Yeah.
So let's fix that. Bring that nose up, add a little power now, or we'll start our power reduction like at the numbers instead of 1,000 footers.
Sounds
That's
good.
what I want to say is be careful not to let that escape you, right?
Yeah.
There you go. But you can just do your thing when you think it's appropriate.
Okay. Alright, we're being the numbers. So carb heat out, down to 2,000, and maintain 80.
And what else do we got?
White arc, 10 degrees flaps, and still maintain 80.
All corrections in the pattern. Be careful because we're about to get slower than 80.
Bravo is 10 to the south with Sierra inbound for 600 feet.
Okay.
Let's wait 1 second.
A 3 mile
And you go ahead and turn now.
Okay.
Runway 24.
That tailwind's going to make it kind of tough, right?
Yeah.
Runway 24, 2901 Bravo.
So now what airspeed as we roll into base are we targeting?
75.
Perfect. And flaps 20, remember?
Flaps 20. Alright.
There you go.
And 75.
There you go. Looking out there. Judge it.
Alright, I'm going to start the turn nice and easy.
Little right rudder as you do it.
Yeah.
Keep that turn coming.
Yeah.
Don't bank too much.
Okay.
Gentle, try to get on it. Don't ever overbank. We'll see if we can get back on, and we'll pitch for 65.
Okay.
Yeah, never overbank or pull towards it, just gently get back on.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm going to shadow you a little bit because it's going to be tough with the winds.
Okay.
So, we're just going to follow and say, reduce that power just a little bit. We're a little fast, right? So let's be really stable through here. Reduce that power a little more for me. There you go. So we're just holding 65.
Okay.
Holding our center line. A little bit of right wind.
Okay.
So a little bit of left rudder and a little bit of right aileron.
Okay.
Just like this. See that?
Okay. Yep.
We're a little fast, so reduce that power a little bit. Alright, so now go ahead and reduce it all the way to idle. And we just hold it right here. Just wait, milk it. Now a little more flare. There we go. Power all the way to idle if it's not.
It's been.
Alright, now reach up and gently apply the brakes.
Okay.
Gently. As lightly as you can to make Alpha 4.
Okay.
And use rudder to maintain center line. We'll see if we can make Alpha 4. If not, we'll go to the next one.
Okay.
Always want to be easy on the brakes. We want to treat them really nice.
Okay.